Hello and good evening. A sold-out crowd here from St. Louis Park as Minnehaha Academy comes into the St. Louis Park Orioles gymnasium tonight with a 17-2 record against the St. Louis Park Orioles, 7-12. I'm Bruce Over along with Paul Bodwin, and boy, this is what basketball is all about when you get these crowds filling the gym.
Sure is. You can feel the energy in the space. You love getting the big guns in, and that's what the Orioles have with the Red Hawks coming in tonight. Should be a fun game, but a tough game for Park ahead of them.
And Jalen Suggs will be in the house. Jalen Suggs, number one, averaging 22.6 points per game. And Cole Ewald for the St. Louis Park Orioles, averaging 10.6 points per game. So that's Caden Johnson and Jacob Holm were announced. Terry Lockett Jr. and Eric Peel. Prince Aligbe, the sophomore, averaging 10.2. And for the St. Louis Park Orioles, number 20, Aaron Ellingson, the senior, averaging 6.9 points per game. Number 34, junior forward Chet Holmgren, 7-footer against number 23, Paris Johnson, averaging 20 points per game for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Head coach Lance Johnson, 35th year as head coach at Minnehaha Academy.
Wow.
And for the St. Louis Park Orioles, David Breitenbucher. Breitenbucher's been coaching for many, many years and as well, but at St. Louis Park, he's, can't remember if he's like 11th, 12th year, but done a great job for the St. Louis Park Orioles team. And a lot of these players have played with each other in summer ball. They know each other. It's going to be fun. They're looking forward to it. And again, even though Minnehaha Academy comes in as a heavy favorite, St. Louis Park Orioles, they'll give it a fight. So.
You could see the height difference just looking at the court.
Minnehaha Academy coming in on a 14-game win streak. Their only losses coming to Cretin-Durham Hall and Hopkins. For the St. Louis Park Orioles, they have won 6 out of their last 8. Their record is 7-12, but they started off with a very tough schedule. They wanted to challenge themselves, and they did that for games like this. Again, Minnehaha Academy coming out of the 3A, St. Louis Park in 4A. Paris Johnson, with a little bit of a height disadvantage, will jump it up against Holmgren.
He didn't even try.
A surprise. Here comes Suggs behind, under the leg pass to Holmgren, misses a shot. Ewald with the rebound. Orioles set up on offense. Ellingson. This Oriole team may want to take some time off the clock and keep the ball out of the hands of this tough team, the Red Hawks. Paris Johnson, again, the leading scorer for the Orioles, averaging 20 points per game. This is Ewald. Paris from outside, misses the shot. Suggs with the rebound, quickly into the front court. Holmgren, tough move, doesn't get it to go. Johnson with the rebound. 0 for 2 at the start of the game here for Minnehaha Academy. Ball in the corner, back up top. St. Louis Park girls winning the first half of the doubleheader. Shot missed. Johnson gets it on the ground, passes it a cutting player, missed shot. It was a good block.
Nice block, yeah, it was a clean block.
Ewald, he'll put up the 3. Missed, and Holmgren with the rebound. Again, big crowd, good deflection. That was a nice play by Holm. And getting it back is Suggs. Shot is not good, but Suggs will go to the free throw line. Jalen Suggs' sister playing the game before. She's an 8th grader. And we've seen Jalen Suggs now for coming as an 8th grader all the way up. And senior, he's going to be going to Gonzaga.
And I think he got away with one on there, Bruce. I didn't see a foul. So that's what you do when you're the superstar, right?
Yeah, you're going to get some calls.
Park off to a nice start here, 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, just unable to get shots to fall, but they're hanging in there. Minnehaha Academy against Sierra Canyon over at Target Center. Filled the stadium, or the arena, I should say, at 17,400 fans. And I don't think you can get many more people in this gymnasium right now.
No, it is wall to wall.
They came out here early and filled the stands. So this is a great great gym for people to watch a game because the seats are right up at the floor.
Yep. That's short.
Yeah, Holm missing the shot. He's normally a good three-point shooter. Oh, what a great defensive play by the Orioles. Ellingson.
Excellent hustle by Ellingson.
Paris Johnson, he had room to get up to the basket, but he saw Holmgren coming and elects to just pull it out a little bit and get the shot to go.
And really great persistence there on his part to stay focused, stay balanced, square up, and get a good shot.
Yeah, it looked like he could have gone quick to the basket, but you always got to be aware of number 34 on the court.
He's long and athletic.
Yeah, and he's hit a lot of looks from top colleges. And Dad played for the University of Minnesota back in the day. Holmgren will take the three. It's good.
Oh, wow.
That's a three.
Not sure what that horn's about.
Holmgren. We would like to stop the game at this point momentarily to recognize Minnehaha Academy's junior Chet Holmgren for his 1,000th.
Oh, that was Chet Holmgren's 1,000th point.
And that's the right move for them to stop the game and recognize this for him. What a moment.
Congratulations, Chet.
Yeah, you can see fans all standing.
That would explain why they opened up with their 7-footer taking threes right off the bat. He wanted those 3 points to get to 1,000. Great moment for Chet.
Yeah, and on the 5 points, 3 from Holmgren and 2 from Suggs. Those are the guys you expect to get most of the scoring. Orioles, good ball movement, a drive to the basket. Holmgren with the block.
It's hard to get it over him.
Donovan Smith will check into the game, and Holmgren will take a seat on the bench after getting his 1,000th point. And again, they're going to keep some of these players healthy. They're only a couple games before the section tournament.
Yep.
Ewald pops up a
Off the
three,
mark.
misses. Cole usually very good from three-point range. High alley-oop, and the dunk by Suggs. In and out by the Orioles. Suggs with the rebound. Suggs takes it down quickly. For Smith, and Smith hits the three. So Smith coming into the game and quickly hits a three.
Well, just like that, Minnehaha Academy has taken off here with a 10-2 lead. Orioles were hanging in there.
Yeah, the Orioles getting some shots, but they've taken about 3 or 4 three-point shots, and they haven't been able to hit. They're going to have to really rely a lot on Paris Johnson to find good opening, because Paris is their leading scorer, the guy that's going to give them the most points. This is an Oriole team that doesn't have a lot of balance. They've got about 2 or 3 scorers in this lineup, and that's Cole Ewald, who averages 10.5 points per game, Eric Peel averaging 10 points per game, and Paris Johnson. So those are the guys they need to get most of their scoring from, and they're going to stay in this basketball game.
And they're going to have to really tough it out defensively. This Redhawks team does spread it out pretty good.
Redhawks putting a little bit of a pressure on now for St. Louis Park. Ellingson, Ewald, they got to get some help in the back court.
Yeah, they sure do.
Ewald into the front court, and they just get it across the timeline. Ellingson, and here's a three put up by Holm, is good.
That's a good look for Holm.
That's a big basket for the Orioles. They needed that, but here's an easy one on the other end and a missed dunk. That was Isaiah Davis.
He wants that one back.
Yeah, he was all alone. Orioles missed the defensive assignment on that one, and they were very fortunate.
Yep.
There's a cut to the basket. Paris Johnson. No foul called on Suggs.
Yeah, you know, he really wasn't in a very good position. He was almost behind the backboard on that.
Well, look at this. We had Lions coming into the game next to Holmgren, the smallest player on next to the tallest player on the court. That's that'd be a good photo shot.
It sure would. It's like Manute Bol and Muggsy Bogues.
Paris Johnson, couple moves, and he's able to get it to go. He's not afraid.
No, and he's staying with it. He's got some good balance. I like the way he can maintain his body in those moments.
Paris Johnson, only a junior. Good save by the Red Hawks. Yeah. Well, Lions tried to get the ball away from number 12, that's Isaiah Davis. And Davis able to finish. Davis said, well, I didn't get the dunk, but let me get one at least here. So, and he did. 12-7, 5-point lead for the Red Hawks. 12:55 remaining here in the first half. Ewald takes it down the lane, pass it off. Ewald spin move. Good pass. Lions.
Nice.
Oh, what a move by the little guy.
Great move by Lions to get on the board. He's little, but he's scrappy. He's quick. He hustles. He looks to be a smart player.
Well, and again, they had to draw Holmgren over to one side of the basket, so that way Lions could make that shot, and great job. Suggs short. Tried to box out, was Holmes, and he missed the rebound. And the three put up, not good. Out of bounds, last touch.
The Red Hawks ball.
By the Red Hawks, per se.
Oh.
Oriole ball.
Oriole ball, how about that?
Here's Lions again on that last basket. See how he just waited for Donovan Smith to go past him and made the shot. Now the Orioles trail by 3. Again, the Orioles hung in against the Hopkins team who beat Minnehaha Academy, although Hopkins was playing without Walton. This shot by Paris Johnson, long pass into the front court. Thrown back was shot by Suggs coming full speed.
Nice
block
block
by the Orioles.
That's a great block.
Ewald into the corner. Back out for Ewald.
And he's going to pick up a foul.
Yep. On Smith.
Student section on their feet.
Anderson appealed to the game for the Orioles.
Prince Aligbe back in the game for Minnehaha Academy. Also number 15, Percy Miller.
Can't get the
Orioles
ball
trouble
in.
getting the ball in. Lions trying to catch up with it. Holmgren alley-oop.
Another one.
And the dunk.
They like that alley-oop play, Bruce.
Yeah, a very athletic team. Deontay's Ross in the game for the Orioles.
That's
A nice shot by Peel.
Yep, that's a great look. He's wide open, squared up, and took the opportunity. 11 minutes left.
14-11, three-point game. Miller loses the ball. Orioles on the break.
Oh, nice
And
pass.
Paris Johnson draws the foul. Didn't get the basket to go, but was able to still draw the foul.
That's a great pass by Lions, almost a half-court pass to get the ball in, and yeah, Paris Johnson almost gets the three-point play. There's the other alley-oop.
Yeah, Tyshawn Lyons is an 11th grader, and really coming on. He didn't get much playing time at the beginning of the season, but as the season's gone on, he's starting to get more and more playing time. Here's Paris Johnson from the line. Paris has been so much fun to watch this season. Last year was his first year as a sophomore. He's continued to improve his game, now up to 20 points per game. This is an Oriole team that doesn't have a lot of height,
No.
but they play hard.
Well, they're playing hard tonight. They're only down one with 10:50 left in the first half.
I think you're going to see the ball now in Suggs' hand and Holmgren's hand a little bit more. And good defense by the Orioles on Suggs that time. Suggs getting in the passing lane, knocking it out of bounds.
So quick.
It really is, and what a great quarterback in football. Got to see one of his section games. They'll call the foul this time on number 14 for Minnehaha Academy.
It's a nice move to cut it down low for Ross to pick up the foul.
Yeah, Lessard picking up the foul. Inside, back up top. 3 short by Schmitz. Back inside, and you can see it's just very hard to get that ball inside against the height and also the athleticism when you know Suggs is there.
Yep.
Turnarounder is good. They're able to work that ball right inside the lane, and the league bay was able to finish. Back to 3-point Redhawks lead. Ewald guarded by Suggs. Good move by Ewald into the corner for Ross. That's Blake Anderson. Ellingson. Orioles can take time off the clock. They really just have to find a good opportunity to get the ball to the basket, but they have to be careful. They don't get a 5-second call.
Almost lost it there. Yeah, they're doing a nice job working the ball around, but they're not getting it anywhere, and they're going to need to find a way to get that ball inside for some higher percentage shots.
Well, they're taking time off the clock with Paris Johnson out of the game. It's figuring that you let your leading scorer get a little breather, and nice move. Trying to draw the foul that time, no call.
It's a good idea, though.
And a good finish by Terry Lockett Jr. Back to a 5-point game, and we're going to get Johnson off the bench. Orioles seem to have slowed down in their movement. Good move. Ewald, his shot is good.
It's a great shot for Ewald. He's pumped up, looking at his fans, saying, "Let's go."
Suggs on the other end, he misses everything, and he's going to hear it from the fans.
Oh, yes, he will.
Well, you can't say it's the big crowd that has Suggs worked up, because he's played for big crowds all season long, and he's done such a great job. He's an outstanding ball player.
Absolutely.
I've had a chance to watch him for so many years, and he's been fun, and it's just great for the state of Minnesota to have so many great players coming out as they have.
Yeah, I just wish they'd play for the Gophers.
Absolutely. Minnesota may have 4 first-round draft picks in the NBA. There's got to call that foul, yep.
You absolutely do. That was, in my opinion, a little bit of sloppy play right there. He didn't have any reason to hack him like that and make the foul that obvious.
Yeah, 4th team foul. St. Louis Park only has 1 so far here, and that was the key I talked to Coach Breitenbucher about in the game. I said, when you got a player like Holmgren, you have an opportunity to pick up a lot of fouls, and you can't really afford that. And he's like, we're going to just run a lot of things at him. That's all you can do, and hope some of it helps us stay in the game. So.
Well, and so far they have. They're only down 1. Could tie it right here. And they do.
Yeah, we're tied at 18, 7:49 remaining in the first half. Holmgren. He's a good 3-point shooter, and he's going to be able to launch uncontested many times. Good rebound by Suggs. Oh, boy, he pushes his way in.
He sure
there.
did.
Yeah. Again, that was like trying to get that first down when he needed a few yards.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they didn't call him for a foul there, the way he pushed.
Yeah, that may have been a good no call, if anything, but good job by Suggs though to get in position.
And he's Jalen Suggs.
Right.
Home return. Along with 34, Will Dvorak for the Orioles.
Gonzaga isn't already having a good year. They're going to get a good player. That's going to give them a lot of opportunity. Again, there's always a chance Suggs could try and play in Europe for a year, and then, but I don't think that will happen.
No.
But that's what they've talked about is.
Nice shot by Paris.
Yeah, 8 points in the game for Paris Johnson. Orioles with a 1-point lead. Suggs, and he draws the foul. He'll go to the line again.
Yeah, what else are you going to do there but foul? I mean, he's so athletic, and it's just hard to stop.
He's so athletic, he's so quick, but Paris Johnson with a great job over the 7-footer. Orioles are going to take time to just go to the sideline over the bench and
Enjoy the lead.
Right. Referee says, come on, get back to the line. Suggs 3 for 4. Make that 4 for 5. 6 points in the first half for Jalen Suggs. Minnehaha Academy is going to take a timeout. They lead by 1, but knowing that St. Louis Park is still in this game, they're going to huddle up, try and see if they can open things up in the last 7 minutes of the half.
Absolutely, St. Louis Park is in this game. They should be feeling pretty good about themselves. They're rolling with these guys just fine. We're 13 minutes into the game, and coming into to the last 7 minutes of the half here, and see if they can continue to hold this close.
St. Louis Park, third place in the Metro West Conference. They're 6-2 in conference, tied for second with Robbinsdale Cooper at both 6-2. Chaska 7-1, and St. Louis Park losing to Chanhassen in the last game, where they would have been tied for first place. So
yeah, they're right in the thick of things.
good catch by Ellingson. Got a couple quarterbacks out there. Ellingson for St. Louis Park and Suggs for Minnehaha Academy. And Jalen Suggs definitely could have played college football too. So.
He chose the right sport.
Nice pass. Ellingson, he has it blocked by Holmgren.
What can you do?
Nice.
He came out of nowhere and just sent that one right out of bounds.
There it is again. No chance for goaltending. That ball was still heading up.
Yep. And it gets by just about anybody else.
Game playing to St. Louis Park's liking right now, slowing it down a little bit. Usually Ellingson had to pass that one off. The 3 just missed.
That was Will Dvorak missing the 3.
Look at Holmgren's footwork as he gets to the basket.
And that's one of the things that's impressive to me about Holmgren. Usually those tall guys, especially at this young age, aren't real agile, but he's got good footwork for a 7-footer.
Dantes Ross back into the game. He'll replace Dvorak. Yeah, to stay in this game for St. Louis Park, you're just going to have to hit a high percentage of your shots. Paris Johnson was open for a minute. They got to get it to him. Actually, that ball should have gone to Paris.
Yep, absolutely. That was a dangerous cross-court pass.
Suggs for Holmgren. Holmgren, no one wants to get in his way.
They just leave it wide open for him.
Yeah, St. Louis Park may need a timeout here.
They're looking a little fatigued.
Pass into the front court, wide open. Underneath was Ross, but missed shot. You can see how fast the Redhawks are getting the rebound.
Yeah, they're quick. They are able to just sneak in there before you know it.
Suggs for three off the mark. He's 0 for 3 from outside. Deontay's into the front court, splits the defense.
Yep, that's nice.
Paris Johnson, he'll put it up, little strong. Holmgren with the rebound, one of many. No look pass by Suggs. Johnson. Johnson contested. Double team. And look what a great job Holmgren does to get down on the floor.
Yep.
And a good pass. Back up top. Here's a three. Miller's shot not good. Rebound by Ross. 25-20 the score. Orioles trail by 5.
And Ross wisely just kind of slows things down a little bit there, not pushing it up the court. Get yourself set, find a good shot. You're only down 5 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go.
This is Ewald. Gets room, puts the shot up and good. He created space.
He sure did, and the defender there tried to put on a little bit of some acting.
Now off the leg of number 5, Donovan Smith. Orioles basketball trailing by 3. Prince Aligbe comes back into the game for the Redhawks. Low scoring game for Minnehaha Academy right now. And again, credit to the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Yeah, they've been playing some really good defense and controlling the ball on offense. And I think they're going to have to keep it a low-scoring game if they're going to stay close. They're not going to win a shootout.
There's a three, just off the front of the iron, and the rebound was taken down by number 15. That's Miller. Foul on the drive. So Deontay's Ross will pick up his second foul of the game, 4th team foul. So we haven't seen too many fouls here, only 4 per side. Percy, well, that one just rolled all around the rim and did not go in. Percy averaging 9.5 points per game, a transfer this season. Came in after the season started and was able to be placed on the team and still be able to play. Four-point game. 3 minutes, 22 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Paris tried to spin, had the ball stripped away. Suggs alley-oop pass.
No good.
That was for Hersey, unable to, I think he got under the basket a little too far, tried to come back a little bit. Ewald splits the defense.
Oh, goodness.
Boy, I thought he had a good move, but
Hey, he did have a good move.
Look at it, give and go.
And another alley-oop.
Suggs with the finish. Boy, that was pretty.
It sure was.
Good timeout call by Bright Bucher.
Absolutely.
Something like that just lights up the crowd, and you got to change that momentum.
Yeah, I really like the way Ewald's playing. He's getting some tough pressure, bringing the ball up the court. He is playing with some high energy, pushing the ball up the court himself, trying to keep this team pushing in and finding some good shots.
But this is what set up the fast break. Watch Holmgren. Again, Ewald tried to do what he could to just sort of see if he could throw Holmgren off, but Holmgren was right there on that basketball. And, fans liking it. They're grooving here.
They sure are. They've got a lot to groove about.
They got a fun team to watch this season. It's been, fun to watch Minnehaha Academy when they played Sierra Canyon. That was a great basketball game, and what a job by Minnehaha Academy to win that game.
And handily.
They also won a tough one, a great game against Park Center, too, in that same stretch.
Yeah, they are a fun team to watch. So, you know, it's fun having them in here at St. Louis Park. You know, we're not Target Center playing California teams. We're just lowly St. Louis Park, but they're playing a good game against a big team.
A lot of people wonder if we'd see running time in the second half. So far, St. Louis Park hanging in there, only trailing by 6. You see a little bit of pressure now by the Red Hawks. They're going to back off as Ewald comes into the front court. Cole takes it down the lane. Peel. Up top, Paris Johnson. Paris, nothing he could do.
Yeah, they've keyed in on him a little bit.
Yeah, League Bay is doing a good job defensively on Paris Johnson. You watch the way League Bay is defending, and Ewald tripping up and losing the basketball.
Yeah, he tripped up there, but I do like the way Ewald's commanding the floor for the Orioles.
Down to the 2-minute mark. Mercy Miller drives in.
Good no call. He's got Lions.
Yep, Lions, but Lions had Holmgren. Back out for the 3, not good by the Orioles.
Talk about a mismatch.
There's a dunk.
Red Hawks starting to pull away a little bit here.
They got that rim shaking on that side.
They sure do.
Yeah, Blake Anderson in the game now for the Orioles. They're trying to get some, see if they can get some outside shooting. And now they're gonna bring Jacob Holm, who can, you know, Jacob can hit the 3. He's got 1 in the game so far. Lions, nice pass.
Look.
Oh, Holmgren, he got the block again.
Yep.
Against any other team, that was 2 points, and it would have been a great play.
Yeah, it's difficult when you've got somebody that tall down there.
There was a mismatch if I've ever seen. Yeah, a little.
Uh-oh.
Foul call on Lions. His first, team's fifth.
Looks like we may be getting some technical difficulties on our screen here.
Yeah. Well, the ball hit the table. It might have done it.
Suggs locked it back for the Red Hawks.
Suggs with the ball, back up top. 8-point lead for Minnehaha Academy. They work it inside of Suggs, turnarounder, and great position by Suggs.
Yeah, nice move. Just a thing of beauty. Suggs just making life miserable on Ewald, but Ewald's sticking with him.
Down to 42 seconds.
Great ball handling.
Lions along the baseline inside Paris Johnson.
Nice move to the glass. Great pass by Holm.
So we're down to 8 points, and Minnehaha Academy is Suggs thinks should go for 1. And coach says pull it back out. We'll go for 1.
Take it.
Down to 16 seconds.
Here we go.
And this will be Suggs, I think. Well, nope, passed off. Here's a 3. Off the mark. Rebound by the Orioles. Last second shot by Paris Johnson. Doesn't go, but the Orioles hang in there. They only trail by 8.
That's a good first half for the Orioles, keeping the score low, staying within 10 points here at the half. They got to feel good going into the locker room.
All right, Paul, we're halftime here, 32-24 our score. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the second half of basketball. Stay with us.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Bruce Homer along with Paul Bodwin as we get ready for the second half. 32-24 our score. The St. Louis Parks hung in there, and they trail by 8 in the first half. For the Orioles, they're led in scoring by Paris Johnson Jr. He's got 10 points in the first half. 4 from the field, 2 from the free throw line. Cole Ewald had 5. Holm with 3. Ellingson with 2, and Peel with 2.
Yeah, and it was a good first half for the Orioles, hanging in there, and we'll see if they came up with any schemes or anything to stop the force that is the Red Hawks.
You know, Suggs had 11, Holmgren was 7, and League Bay had 6 for Minnehaha Academy as St. Louis Park comes out with Ewald, Holm, Peel, Ellingson, and Johnson to start the second half. It'll be Suggs, Johnson, Lockett Jr., League Bay, and Holmgren for Minnehaha Academy.
One of the things the Orioles are going to need to figure out this half is getting those shots down low, not blocked by Holmgren.
Hope you're enjoying the game as we stream live here at ParkTV.org. Or as a little bit of a weave, Ferris Johnson Jr. from outside, missed the shot, good rebound.
Great rebound by Holm.
Peel, outside shot again, missed.
Just missed.
Orioles getting a couple good opportunities there, just not able to hit those jump shots. And now Suggs quickly into the front corner. You see how easy it is for Minnehaha Academy when they can get that ball inside. That was a League Bay with the basket.
That was a great pass.
And Suggs playing a little defensive back right now for, you know, he not only was a great quarterback, but a defensive back. And you can see the finish on the previous play by the League Bay. The League Bay averages 10.2 points per game. And they're going to trap Ewald on the side off of his foot. And this one's going to go out of bounds. They're going to give it back to the Orioles.
I think it went off Holmgren's foot. Yep, right off the side of Holmgren's foot.
Ewald trying to split the defense, can't do it. Suggs with the finish, rolls off.
And he
I think
missed it.
Suggs could have dunked that one, but didn't.
Yeah, he held back from the dunk, and that hesitation is maybe what made him just get not quite the right roll on it.
I'd like to see the Orioles try and take it a little bit more to the basket, even though they have to worry about Holmgren. But that was a chance that Peel could have maybe gone inside and drawn a foul.
Nice shot.
That was Paris Johnson had his foot on the line, so it's going to be a two-pointer, but good to see Paris hitting from outside. Suggs with the basketball, 16:32 remaining in the game.
Yeah.
And the drive by League Bay. Johnson with the rebound. Ewald back to Paris Johnson. He takes it all the way down.
Nice.
Floater is good.
That's great on Ewald to look for his sharpshooter. He finds him, and Johnson just takes it right in and does one of those little floaters. Those are tough.
Well, that's what he had to do because he couldn't go all the way in because Holmgren would have timed it out properly. So instead, he got rid of the ball a little earlier, and Holmgren unable to get the block. Suggs, and he draws the foul. So again, when you take a look at Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see Holmgren there looking to block a shot that he was going to take, but he held up on him, and then he put up those little floaters are tough though. You got all that momentum going forward, and then you got to have to hold back a little bit and float that ball up with the right touch.
Suggs 6 for 7 from the free throw line. Great free throw shooter.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch.
13 points in the game for Jalen Suggs. Ewald, he's trapped. Good job. And again, Orioles had to just do what they could to save that basketball, but Ewald's going to get this for the Orioles. It's got Paris Johnson.
Oh,
and now it's stolen by Suggs. Look out, Ewald got in the way, but League Bay finishes it up.
Here comes Johnson. He draws a foul.
I think that's the first foul of the game for Holmgren.
Johnson's doing a nice job down low with Holmgren. And here's a just great
There's
pass.
a look again. Nice pass by Suggs. A rare miss. Pierce Johnson, a good free throw shooter. So Hersey Miller in the game now, replacing Kerry Lockett Jr. Deontay Ross will come in for the Orioles. He'll replace Eric Field. Ten-point Red Hawks lead and a pair of misses. Ellingson trying to get the rebound. Unable to do so. Here's Suggs from outside. He has not hit a three yet from outside. And that pass thrown a little bit behind him. Ewald quickly into the front court. And he's tripped up. He had Ross open in the side, but he elected to take it himself.
Yeah, and I thought he might want to push that ball up there so he can try to get the shot down low before Holmgren can get down. But he held on to it, picked up a foul, so nice play.
Donovan Smith checks into the game. Inside, Paris Johnson now has to pass it out, and not ready for it that time.
No.
Anderson. Hard to make those kind of mistakes and stay in a ball game.
It is.
Minnehaha
He knows
Academy.
it. He's feeling it.
We got the crowd lining up underneath the basket here. It just need to find more room for people. Good rebound by Johnson on the miss by League-Bay. Here comes Ewald into the front court.
Nice.
Ross, he stopped. It was like a car seeing a deer right in front of the headlights, and he had to stop and pass it off to the side.
Well, there's nothing else you can do. I mean, there's Holmgren just waiting to block it.
There's a high pass for Holmgren, and the Orioles are fortunate. They come away with the basketball. Still a 10-point game. 14-23 in the first half to go, or second half here.
And you know, you see the way the Orioles are holding up underneath with Holmgren down there. I'm pretty sure the coach must have talked to him about it. You got to hold up. You can't just drive in on him. He's just too long.
Well, we have a lot of standing room here. I think we're at full capacity.
We are.
Yeah, normally they like to open up that area behind the basket, but they've redone part of the school, and part of the area that they've redone is sort of the wrestling room and all the weight equipment and the weight room, and all that equipment was being stored in that area. So that will get opened back up, and that will become sort of where they would have been able to put some bleachers back there, but unfortunately just did not have everything completed in time.
Yeah, and it is a full house in here today. It's been a fun night.
And there's a dunk by Holmgren.
Another alley-oop.
Paris, you know, and he can normally dunk it. That's a goaltend.
Yep.
I think Paris is just, you know, normally Paris would like to go dunk the ball, but you can see Holmgren how high he gets, and that was a good call as that ball was already on its way down.
Yes, it was.
Wide open in the corner, Hersey Miller, and
Nice
good rebound. That time Paris taking it away from the big guy. And Dvorak, he lost the ball, but able to get it to home. Then we get a timeout for the Orioles.
All right. You can sense a little bit that Paris right now is just saying, is taking control of this game for the Orioles, saying, let's do this. He's got a lot of energy on both ends of the ball. He's kind of commanding the court a little bit. It's fun to see.
Yeah, we look at the Metro West Conference, as we mentioned, St. Louis Park tied for second. And it's funny, you look at the record, 7-12, but if you really look at the games that St. Louis Park lost at the beginning of the season when they played teams like Park Center, Edina, you know, Hopkins. Those are pretty tough teams, and that really got them ready to play a game like this and still be in the ball game. You know, they trail by 10. They're really fighting hard to stay in this game against you know, the top team in the state.
They sure are. They're not letting the Redhawks just walk all over. The Redhawks are having to play and play hard and stay focused, and it's been a fun game.
And the one loss for Chaska that we saw in conference, that was against St. Louis Park. So St. Louis Park they can play with some of the best teams, and
they are tonight.
Paris Johnson comes, after going to the drinking fountain, comes onto the court a little bit late.
Do they have water bottles?
I know the referee's looking at, like, something may have fallen on the floor there. Good job to find something that gotten on the floor so none of the players get hurt.
I'd hate to see that.
Giantes, whoa, threw it in. Paris Johnson, he stops, he pops, misses a shot. Rebound by Suggs. Suggs quickly into the front court.
Loses
and
it.
he loses the ball.
Uh-oh.
Giantes Ross. Oh,
Nice.
gets it across.
Ooh.
Johnson, dipsy doodle, not good. And here comes Holmgren. He can dribble. Now he passes it, and Orioles get the basketball. Some sloppy basketball here.
Yep. And the Orioles are monopolizing on it in terms of turnovers, but they're not turning the turnovers into points.
And finally, the finish by number 5, Donovan Smith from the Red Hawks. Orioles got to slow it down again. Trailing by 12.
12 minutes to go.
Nice pass by Ross.
Yes, there's
There's
nothing
a
you can do.
block. You know, Johnson almost has to go in and get the body, see if he can draw a foul. And Holmgren goes down, but he gets up. He's okay.
Yeah, you can sense a little frustration in the Orioles right now.
Fouls on Ross. His first. Catching the plane, and the Orioles wanted their appeal.
Well, they saw Holmgren go down, and they're saying, come on, we don't want you to get hurt. Just,
Right.
Take a little breather on the sideline. That's where the Orioles now need to go to the basket with Holmgren out of there.
Absolutely.
Suggs, that was a
You
tough
got
shot.
to take
Good
advantage
defense.
of this.
Ewald and Suggs pushing from behind.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Bruce. With Holmgren out, this is where they really have to push that ball inside and see what they can do.
And the Orioles have brought Jackson McClain, number 33 in the game, give him a little bit of height and see if they try and get the ball inside to him. This is Dvorak. And they're going to call a foul. Fans didn't like that one.
No, they did not.
That's a call on Donovan Smith getting his hand in there. It's only the third team foul for Minnehaha Academy. Very few fouls in the first half, so it's been pretty clean played. Game's moved along very well.
Sure has.
Ewald tries to go backdoor, and pass was taken away. Quick pass into the front court. Here's Suggs. Steps out for the three, and that's good.
He hits it.
First three of the game for Suggs.
That one looked like the most off-balance three he had taken all night, but that's the one that went in. There
There's
you go.
Right in the basket. That has to be a
Still blocked.
goaltend.
Yeah, that should be a goaltend. Oh, yeah.
Basket counts, goaltending called. Eric Peel.
So a couple goaltending calls. You don't see that too often in St. Louis Park games, but when you got the height and the athletic ability of this Minnehaha Academy team, happens more and more.
That's
They
right.
go for the blocks.
They like to play high.
Well, Holmgren in the game, and you got Ellingson too, and those guys are just going at it inside, and now we're going to get a foul called, and this is going to be on Ellingson.
Yeah.
Boy, those Holmgren trying to get good position, and Ellingson was pushing him out.
Well, they're going to play him tough. They're going to make him work. And that's what you got to do.
Yeah, only the first foul on Ellingson, so the league bay.
Oh,
And,
my.
boy, I don't know where Suggs came from, but
Oh.
what a finish by Jalen Suggs.
Wow.
15-point game now for Minnehaha Academy.
Nice move by Ewald.
Out of bounds, so Orioles turn it over. And again, the Orioles may be tiring a little bit. They don't go deep on their bench. So
No, they don't, and they've been playing really hard, hustling hard to the ball, and it does start to wear you down.
this is just such a good team. Oh, there's a pass intended for Holmgren. He's saying he was held a little bit, but Orioles get on the turnover, will get the basketball back. 10:29 to go here in the game. It's 47-32, 15-point lead. Lions. Takes it. He's got an opportunity and he puts it in.
Not sure what happened to Holmgren on that play. He just kind of let him sneak on by. I think he thought he was going to pull back, and
I don't think he saw him. There's a three
There's
by
another
Suggs,
three.
and he's starting to feel it now. So
He's
look
coming
out
alive.
when Jalen Suggs starts getting hot. 21 in the game for Jalen Suggs. He'll be going to Gonzaga. And the steal, Lions. Tap in by Suggs, not good. Suggs, and they're going to call a foul on Ewald. I don't know. Ewald was just standing there.
Yeah,
He got
I'm not
knocked
sure
over
what
by
happened.
Suggs. Let's see this. Watch Ewald here. He's letting Suggs do it. Now he goes up.
Boy, if I'm calling a foul there, it's on Suggs.
Yeah, you know, like you said, you know, when you have the star power,
Yep.
you get the calls, and that one went his way.
.9:34 left to play.
Look at Holmgren. He's up with the ball, but now the Orioles have a 3-on-1.
They want to get that ball down low before he gets down there.
Johnson a little quick on the shot. I think he rushed that one because he wanted to get rid of it, as you mentioned,
Yep.
before Holmgren got down there. Now Holmgren, nice pass off of League Bay, and that's what you got to do. I think you don't give them the easy baskets.
Right.
They've had a lot of dunks. You've only committed 4 fouls in this game. You have an opportunity to foul and make them work for it from the free throw line.
That's a good foul. He knows it too. Yeah, and that other play down here, you know, you got to push it hard coming down the court so you're not rushing the shot. And they didn't push it hard enough going down the court, and then they had to rush the shot. And when you rush the shots, you generally don't make them.
The League Bay sitting on 10 points. So right there, that was a good foul. They
Yep.
missed the first free throw.
Already ahead.
Right. One and two for a League Bay, and it's a 17-point game. It quieted the crowd a little bit.
Sure has.
Oh, look at Lions, and that ball just gets stuck. Nice try for Lyons, and I'm sure he's had a lot of those scoop shots in his day, as that's the way, you know, you can prevent from being blocked. And,
Yep. When you're a little guy, you play low.
Holmgren, you can see these guys have played together so long. They cut to the basket, they find each other open. Good rebound for the Orioles. Peel, long pass into the front court. Holm, double team. Ellingson, Paris Johnson. That's a shot he normally would hit. He may be tiring a little bit.
It's a good shot to take.
Oh, good job to get back for Johnson.
Yeah, that's great hustle, just flying in there to deny another alley-oop.
Yeah, Paris looking over to the bench, and I think he would like to get a little breather.
He's been giving it everything he's got tonight. Not sure what the ref is talking about here, but a little pushing and shoving.
Nice spin move by Suggs, gets to the basket, and a foul.
Yeah, it looks like he got him on the arm.
So we're seeing now what Jalen Suggs can do, and we can see why he's the best basketball player in the state and one of the best basketball players in the entire country.
Yeah, he's got incredible moves, good footwork, good court vision. He's a solid player.
This is a free throw, but the rebound, and Elite Bay is able to finish it up.
Yep, they get that rebound because of Holmgren being able to just reach over without fouling.
Three-pointer. Good by Peel. 7 points in the game for Peel. Orioles will take a timeout.
That was a pretty shot by Peel. Nice arc, right in there. That's a good shot.
That's something that the Orioles haven't been able to do, and as I mentioned earlier, it's like most of their scoring this season has come from just a couple players, and Peel being one of those, Paris Johnson and Cole Ewald. And when you look at the St. Louis Park Orioles, the last game we did, St. Louis Park only had 1 point from their bench in the entire game.
Wow.
So they rely a lot on their starters to give them their points, and I think predominantly Paris Johnson. He has 16 points in the game tonight. He is their leading scorer.
Well,
It's going to take me a second. I'll add up Jalen Suggs.
Right, it's going to take a while. The Orioles staring down an 18-point deficit right now.
I'm running out of digits. I used all my fingers, toes, and now I got 3 more. So 23 points for Jalen Suggs.
Nice game.
Holmgren with 9 points in the game. And Prince of League Bay with 13, and a lot of those points coming from inside.
And in addition to the 9 points, Holmgren's got at least a handful of blocks.
A handful of blocks. He's got a lot of rebounds. And even when you don't get the blocks, you could, the way you alter so many shots inside there, and just his presence really changes the shooting percentage of the other team, and that's really affected St. Louis Park's game because they've had to really work and go from outside. They have not had many inside baskets.
No, they haven't. They're hard to come by with Holmgren on the floor.
And again, with this quick team too, you don't give many fast breaks. Here's Suggs from outside, off the front of the iron. Ewald looks what's behind him. Johnson. There's a 3, and it's good.
It looked like Holm with a nice
Jacob Holm.
3-point shot.
That's his second 3-pointer of the game. Back to a 15-point game. So they trail by 21. They made 6 in a row. 6-0 run for the Orioles. By Suggs wide open and able to just lay that one in.
Looks like some contact down low, but no call.
And that's really the
Suggs
strength
wide
of
open.
Suggs. There's Another three put up by the Orioles. That one doesn't go. You can see that's the Orioles' strategy, is just try and work it out for the three. Oh, what a great job by Paris Johnson.
Excellent job.
Johnson goes in. Oh, he had Suggs behind him, but I think Johnson was worried. He could have probably gone in for the dunk.
Yeah,
He's got many of those.
There's another alley-oop. Yep, absolutely. I think he could have. But, you know, I think quite honestly, the Holmgren, even though he wasn't down there, he's just made them hesitant in the inside game.
And Suggs called for a foul right in front of Coach Brighton Bucher, who was going to make sure they made that call.
Here's that alley-oop again. Holmgren was left all alone.
4th team foul for Minnehaha Academy, so St. Louis Park not in the bonus. Will Dvorak with the ball. Will Dvorak, a sophomore, playing, getting some playing time.
He's a good athlete.
Good ball movement by the Orioles, and Dvorak had it stuffed by Holmgren. It's got to be so much fun being that tall guy that can just keep blocking shots.
It's so frustrating, you know. Your Dvorak there with a nice drive to the hoop, a good shot, but we got a 7-footer out there. It's hard to get it to go down.
Foul on Dvorak.
Dvorak with the foul.
Team 7.
.545 to play, 19-point lead for the Redhawks.
The league bay 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He has a chance to make it a 20-point lead, and he does. Cole Ewald comes back in for St. Louis Park, replacing Eric Peel. Broussard comes into the game now for the Redhawks. And League Bay will head to the bench. 61-40 the score, 5:40 to go. Ewald with the basketball for St. Louis Park. See if Orioles can get a little bit of a run going here. They do a little bit of a weave now, and they have the pass was intended that time for Paris, but stolen away, and
oh wow,
Holmgren all the way. You can see that's why he's rated as high as he is. It's just big guys don't have the footwork and the ability to just take the ball down the court like he does, and he's good. He's a great player.
Yeah, it makes for quite the threat to have that kind of height and be able to move that well. It's almost not fair. And the Orioles just looking really fatigued now.
23-point game, and we'll start seeing maybe some substitutions into the game for Minnehaha Academy.
Holmgren coming out.
With the 3 attempt. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Red Hawk basketball. 63-40, down to 4:56 to go. St. Louis Park's next game will be at Benilde St. Margaret's on Tuesday, February 18th, and they come home for 2 games against, which will be big in conference as they play Chaska and Robbinsdale Cooper. We mentioned big game for Minnehaha Academy as they play the #1 undefeated team in the state, Eden Prairie. And if you think this is a big crowd.
Yeah, that'll be a crowd. Scouts will
Both
be there.
teams #1 in different brackets. Saved by the Orioles. Dvorak. Nice cut
look
by Ewald. I know that was a weird behind the back pass.
Luckily it was heads up by Holm to get there. Nice look.
There we go.
That's getting the crowd back in it.
Ferris says, I know he's out of the game now. I can go to the basket, and that he does.
Yeah, there's a good look by Dvorak to find him there, too. You see that little head move, said, go, I got you, and he got him.
Foul be called on Ellingson, and that's going to send Isaiah Davis to the line.
Perfect pass by Dvorak, and Paris was right where he needed to be. Give the crowd a little something to cheer about here. Down 21 with 4 minutes left. Parton at the line.
Trent Finney in the game, number 23. So Lions,
Ross.
Peel and Ross in the game now for St. Louis Park. Ball rolls out, Ewald. That pass is stolen away again. Too long of a pass, and there's a dunk that goes awry as Percy Miller trying to put that one down.
Yeah, it looked like Johnson was almost trying to foul him to prevent the shot and didn't get the call, and it didn't matter.
That ball almost got back to half court after coming off the rim.
It shot out of there fast.
Deontay's missing the shot, and the rebound was taken down by number 5, Smith. Good move by Smith, but ball on the floor. Lions got players, and there's
Nice.
Paris Johnson with another dunk.
Another dunk for Johnson and another great look. Good pass on Lions. It's got to be
That's a travel, yep. Couple more subs coming into the game from Minnehaha Academy.
Yeah, they've wisely put in the subs.
Sam Gonzalez in there, and
3 minutes to play. No reason to risk any kind of injury or fatigue on the part of your superstars.
three not good by Peel that time, and the rebound was taken down by Minnehaha Academy. They get into the front court. Smith from the corner puts it up, not good. Ball was out of bounds, last touch by the Red Hawks, so it'll be Oriole basketball.
.230 to go.
Ferris is like, I need a breather, but there's only a couple minutes to go. Look at Tayshawn.
Nice
What a
move.
shot.
That's a nice move by Lions underneath there to get some points on the board.
Yeah, Lions has 6 in the game. And Orioles just trying to make the score look a little bit better now.
Yep.
64-46, so 18-point game. We mentioned St. Louis Park's upcoming schedule for Minnehaha Academy. They play Hibbing. That game coming up tomorrow, so they got back-to-back games. That is going to be at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Minnehaha Academy. And then, as we mentioned, the big game, that's actually Tuesday night, February 18th against Eden Prairie at Minnehaha Academy. And I think I've heard that game's already sold out, so I'm not sure if tickets are still available. That game could be played in a much bigger gymnasium, and they'd still sell all the tickets. Again, this Minnehaha Academy against Sierra Canyon early on in the season played at Target Center to a crowd of 17,400 fans. That was a sellout crowd, and that just shows you what Minnesota basketball is here in Minnesota and some of the great players that we've seen. And Jalen Suggs is one of those. And again, you can see Trey Jones, what a job he's doing for Duke.
Yep.
A big game, helping them win overtime game against North Carolina the other night.
one of the better rivalries in all of sports.
I just could only imagine if a lot of these players stayed in state, what kind of program. The Minnesota Gophers would be ranked probably in the top 5 in the country. Down to the 2-minute mark. Minnehaha Academy in no hurry now. They'll just make sure they get a little bit better percentage shots and we get a charge call.
Yeah, and with that 3 o'clock game tomorrow, that's even more reason to get these starters out and rested as soon as you can.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of team Hibbing has, but you can bet that they'll be watching the playing time for Suggs and Holmgren in that game if they have a big lead.
I hear they make them big up there. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's Kevin
McHale's
hometown.
Yep. That was Chase Carter with the basket. Chase Carter is son of Randy Carter, I believe.
And the St. Louis Park
Scoreboard went out.
bleachers clearing out here.
Yeah, we have scoreboards malfunction, and it happened earlier on tonight. And I think with all the people heading out, I think maybe the cord got stepped on. So they'll finish this one off, 64-46.
Minute 43 left.
Yeah, Academy with the ball. So Paris Johnson hit his average at 20 points tonight. Outside shot is good. Couple nice shots.
Very nice.
The Academy. That was Demarion Watson Salisbury.
Oh, wow, that's a great name.
Deontay's short on the shot.
Oh.
Can't finish that time. Number 11, that's Chase Carter. Orioles, the
Nice
3 is
look.
good.
That's a great
That's
shot.
a good looking shot by Peel, yeah. Eric has 10 in the game.
Under a minute to go. Nice moves.
Yeah, Eric Peel finding some room.
Yeah.
5 in a row for Peel.
40 seconds left.
(69-51).
The Redhawks just killing clock.
Again, want to give some of these players an opportunity, so they'll probably take a shot if they get a good shot here. And there's a 3 off the iron. One more opportunity for the Orioles. Lions
wants it.
Well, he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah. 6 seconds remaining, 69-51.
Well, they kept it under 20.
Yeah, it's a nice game for the Orioles. I mean, we knew they were going to have a tough game ahead of them. They hung in there in the first half for sure. The Redhawks pulled away in the second half, but they played hard and made a decent game out of it.
It was an 8-point game at halftime, 32-24. Lions misses the first of 2.
You know, and Jalen Suggs, of course, a great ball player, and he was a handful tonight, but also, as you predicted, Holmgren really was a big problem for the Orioles underneath. They just couldn't do anything.
The Orioles took Paris Johnson out of the game, too. Want to make sure he stays healthy.
Yep.
And they'll let the clock run out. And, you know, these guys will have a handshake. A lot of these guys know each other. Andy Ewald, the athletic director, is saying Cole has a lot of friends on this Minnehaha Academy team. And
Yeah, it was a fun night of basketball here in St. Louis Park. Back-to-back games and a good crowd and a lot of energy. The girls win, the boys don't, but a fun night of basketball in St. Louis Park.
you know, a lot of people came out to see Jalen Suggs, and he didn't disappoint. He had 25 points in the game. Very athletic. seemed to struggle a little bit from outside in the early part of the game, but once he hit his first three, he was able to feel confident and make that outside shot.
And he does play with great confidence.
All right, Paul, so it looks like we are finished on our doubleheader. It was a great night here from St. Louis Park with a great crowd, great atmosphere, and fun having you with me.
Great to be here. Go Park.
All right, so final score here from St. Louis Park, 69-52. On behalf of Paul Bodwin, I'm Bruce Overman saying so long. Have a good night.